who asked the first question?
I actually do. So, Chris, we have seen instances where your credit reporting agency data is inaccurate. How can we trust this new data tool will help?
Yep, well, a couple of things that I want you to be mindful of when we talk about being inaccurate in the data itself is where the data is coming from, meaning the furnishers. Where are you, the financial institution, who's providing information to us? And what we find often is within your host system, one field, let's say payment due, could be in 4 different locations within your system. Could be used in customer service, could be used from a collections perspective, it could be used from a fraud perspective. So depending on where that data is being furnished to us from, will dictate ultimately the output that you're receiving. And what we can do, and what we often do with our clients, is help them identify the originating source so that it's consistent across all of the furnishing that is provided. Thank you.
They're very cost effective. They don't give you any increase.
Hey Chris, if we use this product, do you guys assume liability, or do you assist with responding to regulatory requests, or how does that happen when the regulators come a-calling?
Yeah, so the question specific to interacting with the regulator and whether or not the recommendations or the efforts that we put forth, if we guarantee that. And the answer is ultimately it's a partnership, right? So the partnership exists between some of the requests that will be required for a response will have nothing to do with data. They may have to do with your process. They may have to do with your procedures. We can help you with structuring that so that the response is pointed. What we often find is the ask is this, and the financial institution provides all this information as a response. So when we talk about liability, I think where I can help you, and I'm confident because we've done it many times with other clients, is we can reduce your liability by ensuring that we cut off the elements within the response that are not required.
So it has to do with regards to markup of the data for
Chris,
experience.
can you share some references?
You're not. We're actually have an agreement with DVO.
No. So the question is references, right? And that comes up a lot. And it really depends on the relationship that we have with particular clients. Some clients are comfortable saying, hey, I do business with Experian, and I've done business specifically with Chris. So absolutely I can provide references. What I'd ask of you is to let me reach out to some of the folks that come to mind immediately. Make sure it's okay that you reach out and that they don't mind giving a few minutes of their time and speaking about, again, some of the questions that you might have. So I'd be happy to do that if you could just give me some time and provide your contact information so I can connect you with the right people.
I can give you 2 minutes. Go.
Okay. Can you do my reference? I got it all right, good.
So one quick thing, when Mike asked his question, you were looking that way. You'll see it on your video. Although you want to respond to, I think, the whole room, I think it's like if you're asking me a question, I want your attention. Other than that, I thought it was, once again, another person, good pace, decent volume, decent hand gestures. You weren't all over the place. I thought you did a good point of bringing it back together. Like, we collect data from all these places and we bring it back to here when you're talking about the liability aspect of things. So.
Yeah, I've never answered that question that way. I actually,
Sounded
the
good.
shared responsibility is will help you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I just say this because I know I was doing it as well. You were kind of going at it a little bit, you know, instead of just kicking back and forward. Yeah.
Well, my feet aren't landing firmly on the ground. Well, that's causing it. I was on my tippy toes.
Yeah, you were moving your chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
Good.